Hey, what's up guys? This is LJ Lawrence James here, bringing you a Vayne AD carry guide. Vayne is one of my most played champions. I absolutely love her. I love her kit. I love everything about her. I know all the tricks and ends to her, and I think she's a fantastic champion. And apparently so does everyone else, because in Diamond 1, she is banned every single game, or she's first picked. And in this game, I was first picked, so I was able to ban around her, and I was able to pick her up. The way I run Vayne, my runes and masteries, right? So I run 21-9-0. 9 in defense, basically to help my early game. It gives me armor, it gives me scaling health, and then obviously the 21 in in offense is just like every other AD carry because you need to do the most damage in the game. My runes, I'm running attack damage reds, which help you last hit, armor yellows, scaling magic resist blues, and lifesteal quints. The lifesteal quints I really like, especially early game with the Doran's Blade. It gives you just the perfect amount of sustain because the passive on Doran's Blade is 5 health on hit. So that combined with your 6% lifesteal from your quints, and you actually have a really nice sustain level. And sustain is like super important, right? You don't want to get pushed out of lane, right? That's kind of your goal on different AD carries. It kind of depends on what you're playing. Vayne, generally speaking, you're not going to be pushing your opponent out of lane unless you're like ridiculously ahead, but in this game, we see Jarvan is starting red. The matchup that we're going against here is Vayne Elise, support Elise, versus Draven, support Lulu. It's important to note that my Elise has exhaust, whereas their Lulu has ignite, so it's just important to know those little details. Both the AD carries are running barrier. So here we're in position against the rock. I'm able to get an instant auto attack if I tumble into the wall correctly. It's an instant auto attack, so watch. We'll see. I'll probably do it here. Yeah, so I auto attack and then tumble, and I instantly get another auto attack. So I get 4 hits in. Yep, 4 hits. Okay, and then I run right back to lane. And this way, I'm not going to miss any CS. Hopefully, that's like your main objective. Whether you're playing whatever AD carry you're playing, you really want to last hit very, very properly. Like that's the biggest goal in when you're playing AD carry role. That's like the biggest thing. Whether you play aggressive in lane or you play defensive in lane, it's very important to get last hits. Generally speaking, right? Generally speaking, I'll play however my support wants to play. If he wants to go aggressive, then I'll go aggressive with him. But so like right now, Elise is playing pretty passive. Lulu is trying to play aggressive. She's trying to poke me, and if she pokes me, I need to trade back with her. So we'll kind of see if she gets a chance. So she gets an auto attack on me, but I get an auto attack and a tumble Q into her without Draven touching me. So like that right there, I took her to half health from that. And she's forced to use a health pot, and I'm just going to lifesteal all the damage she did back to me with my quints and my Doran's Blade. So here I get level 2, and I'm trying to play a little aggressive, but I notice Elise is still level 1, so she really can't play that aggressive. I can't just go in solo because I'll take too much damage. So I'm playing kind of passive here. I'm making sure I don't take damage. I don't want to miss any last hits, though, so I'm going to move in. I'm going to get both OCS. Here I take quite a bit of damage from Lulu. The thing is with support Elise, like, you pretty much have to go all in. I mean, Elise does have some poke, but generally speaking, she's going to have way less poke than Lulu. So we do have some nice burst damage, but we would have to all in it at this point. And so like I'm keeping an eye on Lulu, and now Draven steps in, so I switch to him, and Elise notices and switches in and exhausts him. Lulu ignites the Elise, and I'm able to pick up the kill on Draven by flashing in. And now here I'm chasing down the Lulu who's chasing down Elise, and she's 1 hit from dying. I run into the bush, and oh, okay. So what happened here? Okay, so I ran into the bush here, and it was warded. They warded it, I didn't realize that, but I ran into the bush, and she was able to see me, obviously, so her auto attack still went off. If I had ran into the bush and there was no ward in here, then I would have been able to attack and tumble and kill her, for sure, 100%, and it would have been a double kill. So, it was still a really good trade for us, though, because I was the one that picked up the kill on Draven, and Draven only got an assist on that. And both the supports lived, and also, if you notice, their lane was pushing when we had that skirmish, which was good and bad, right? Because I took damage from the minions when I was running away here. But now that I'm coming back to lane, their lane is pushing, right? So I'm going to get all these minions, whereas Draven missed all those minions. So it's kind of good in that sense. If you notice, we both bought a second Doran's Blade. I'll do this because I know that we're probably going to have a lot of engages this game, just because we have an elite support. But you just want to make sure you're properly last hitting at the turret. I see Elise is really low, and she needs to go back, so I'm just she's trying to help me out, and she just wants to make sure she gets enough experience. She doesn't want to miss out on experience, because that could lose your lane right there. Make sure you get the cannon minion. That's the most important one. it's very easy to last hit once you get your second item and you get a Dorn's Blade or a longsword, whatever you're gonna get. It's much easier to last hit after that point. And here it's just 1 versus 2, so I need to be careful. I don't want to overextend and die. We don't have a ward in that bush, so I don't know Lulu went back. I think she's still in that bush. So, did you see right there, like I missed that far minion because I didn't want to overextend for it and take a lot of poke damage and be forced out of lane. But I still came up forward to get the experience. Like getting the experience, like I was saying, is super important. So now I check that bush and see that Lulu's not there. And I know I can 1v1 this Draven, especially since I'm a level up. So I go in on him, and I don't know Lee Sin is right there. So Lee Sin W's in on Draven. I knock the Lee Sin away and then hide behind the minions so that I can't get queued. And so now Elise jumps on Draven. And Draven is super low, but I can't chase that, right, without Lee Sin killing me. So what do? I just switch to Draven. That's like what you do on an AD carry, right? When you're team fighting, whenever you're fighting someone, you just hit whoever you can. It's different than when you're playing like mid or another role or jungle or something. Like you just want to go for the squishies, right? Most of the time, generally speaking. Whereas AD carry, you just literally need to attack anything you possibly can, because you're going to be the only one that can kill higher health champions and higher defense champions. So you need to be alive. It's very important that you live throughout the fight. So you're just last hitting. I'm using Silver Bolts to last hit because the third charge on Silver Bolt does a lot of damage. So I want to keep the lane here. I don't really want the lane to come back to my turret. And since he's just spam auto attacking the minions, I'm just gonna do the same thing and just keep auto attacking the minions. I'm life stealing off the minions and making sure that that I'm not taking any more poke damage. I noticed Elise was taking poke damage there, so that's why I condemned the Lulu away just to help my Elise out because I don't want him to be forced out of lane. And I want to be able I want him to have enough health though so we can engage if we need to. I noticed Jarvan is at golems as well too here. So hopefully he's probably coming down to gank. Especially like since I didn't let it go to my turret, this is a really good spot for us to gank. So I hit Draven at first, then I switch over to Lulu because I'm able to condemn him into the wall. I pick up that kill as they pick up the kill on our Elise, and now we just chase down the Draven, who really doesn't have much mana, but we're still chasing him down with my passive. I'm able to chase him down, and yep, Jarvan picks up the kill there. And now Lee Sin is coming in from the backside. Now the thing we need to do here is stay together, right? We need to stay together. So we see him. So Jarvan blocks the first Q. And then we switch over to him, and Jarvan is forced to flash. Now I'm just still standing here auto-attacking this Lee Sin. Even though he's level 6, like I know together that we should be able to win this. Jarvan misses it, but we're still able to pick it up with Silver Bolt's damage and Jarvan's damage. So like it was really important that we stayed together as a team there and didn't like separate. I stood in the bush too to try to minimize the minion damage I was taking, and if I had enough mana, I probably would have condemned him into the wall, but I don't think I had enough mana to do that. Otherwise, we probably would have killed Lee much easier. So that was super good for our team, right? I have 44 CS, Draven has 39, so I'm ahead in CS a little bit, and I just picked up 2 kills there. So that was really good. Actually, no, I didn't pick up a kill. I picked up 1 kill and a couple assists. Yeah, that's what I did. Okay. So now on my first back, I go ahead and buy the Cutlass. You notice I don't and a dagger actually, so I had a lot of money there. So this is a lot of pieces of the Bork. Once you get Bork on Vayne, you're pretty much set. You notice also I picked up a health pot. Even though it's 8 minutes in the game, I'm still getting a health pot, which is really smart for me because when I get into a skirmish, like using a health pot could definitely save your life. Like I know that sounds kind of lame, but it's so true. Like health pots are so good, especially like in the first 15 minutes. I would suggest getting health pots. Like maybe the first 10 actually, maybe not the first 15, but so here I see a fight breaks out and Elise gets caught. And Jarvan can't get there in time. So now it's just now I'm just gonna have to lane 1 versus 2 for a little bit, which is okay. That happens, no big deal. I see Lulu's a little low. I know she's level 6 though. She has her ultimate, so I'm not gonna overextend and try to 1 versus 2 them unless they come on me. And in which case that would happen. There's a good chance I might be able to. I'd probably pick up 1 kill and die or something. So you just want to avoid as much poke as possible. See, like he pokes me and I auto attack him. When like I ran away at first, and then as soon as he came in range to hit me, I hit him back. So it was an even trade, and it's better for me because I have lifesteal and Lulu doesn't. Lulu has no heal either. So I run away from Draven because I know I can't trade with that once he has spinning axes. Just waiting for it to push up my turret, and now my only goal here is just make sure I get almost all of the CS. So let's see how I do. So I get that one. I got all those. Got that one. Got that one. Got that one. And nope, I didn't get that one. I should have waited for the turret to hit it probably, but I thought the minions were hitting it too much. So like now I don't want the lane to go to my turret. So again, I'm just kind of like auto attacking the minions, making sure they don't go there. Here I see a good chance that we can engage. I use Cutlass. I flash in, and I go right in on Draven using tumble, barrier, and with exhaust, we're just able to take him down. Now we switch over to Lulu, and Lulu's pretty much dead. She doesn't have flash. She doesn't really have anything. We land a cocoon on her, and this should be a dead Lulu. Yep. What? Okay. Okay, she died. But yeah, so that actually was not very good by me. I should have killed the Lulu. I should not, like, Elise was just giving me a free kill there, basically, but at least we got it. And you know what? It's actually okay that Elise got the kill. It's not even a big deal, because Elise, like I was saying earlier, is like, it's a different kind of support, and if she can get a kill and get ahead there, she actually got a double kill there. If she can get ahead like that, that's going to benefit me. That's going to help me a lot, because now we're going to be able to win those 2 versus 2s, and she's more of a threat, and that's really good for us. So it's okay that she got that. It's really not bad at all, honestly. I would have preferred it because I'm greedy, but that's okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I was kind of baiting Lee Sin to come in there because I was hoping we would kill him, but I think he knew that and he QW'd away. So now I'm probably thinking about going back here, but I have a decent amount of... I don't know if I should go back here because Draven is going to be... Because my lane is going to be pushed and I'll miss CS at the turret because Draven is back. So yeah, I can stay here actually. I stay here because I still feel like I'm strong enough to take them without buying again. And I have enough mana and health to sustain in the lane. Now, it's still a 1 versus 2 here, so I'm being a little careful. I don't want to take too much poke damage. The lane is luckily pushing towards me. I tumble away so that Draven can't get a free hit on me. If you notice, I'm very careful with my tumble. You don't want to use it in a bad scenario because that's like literally, besides flash, that's like your escape mechanic. It's a lot of things. So my maxing, when I'm maxing Q, then W, and then E. E is really good when it's guaranteed, right? But you can't count on being able to condemn opponents all the time. So that's why you max Q and then W, because it's guaranteed pretty much. So you just make sure in your last hitting. Jarvan was down there just kind of harassing them so they couldn't necessarily farm, and I was able to farm easier because of that. So that was good. So here I go back. I go back here because I pushed the minion wave pretty good. And I had more minion wave than they had, and Draven would spend a little time killing that. So I'm hoping I can buy and then go back in time before it hits my turret. If you notice, I bought Bork. I still don't have boots, so and I don't think I don't need boots this early when there's so many skirmishes going on like this. Like Bork is a way bigger upgrade than boots would give me. So here a fight breaks out. It's 3 versus 2, my support and Jarvan jungle. And if I can just get there in time, I know I can turn this. They know I'm not there though, so obviously they're fighting this. Jarvan is super low. And I know if I could just get there, like Lee Sin is really low, I know Lulu's really low. I see Lulu low, so I jump in. I condemn Lulu into the wall. I kill Lulu real fast. And then with Bork and Tumble, I'm able to pick up the Lee Sin instantly. And then with the help of my teammate, Cocoon, we are able to finish off the Draven, which was like basically a free kill. And I think Elise right here, I remember this game, yeah. Elise was like, he was like sorry that he took that kill. And I was like probably, hey man, yo, don't even worry about it, dude. It's not even a big deal. Like, I was probably saying that, even though it was a free kill for me. It's like I was saying before, it's okay. It's not a big deal if Elise gets a kill, because if she turns into a threat as a support, that's really good for our team. Plus, I was able to get a double kill there, so I'm sitting on a lot of gold right now. That was really good for me. I'm able to get all that farm. If you look at the CS now, I'm at 90 CS, and Draven is at 72 CS. So I'm definitely ahead. Right, so right here, so it's pretty much a free dragon, but my two friends are low here, my 2 allies. And so what do? I freaking tank the dragon. Like, oh my god, dude. I jungle main, and it frustrates me so hard when I'm jungling, and I'm so low, and like I just see a ranged carry back there, or a ranged champion or something, just at full health, like just not tanking it, and I'm like almost dying the dragon, and I'm like, so depresses me. So good guy LJ goes in there and he freaking tanks the dragon like a boss, and then now I lifesteal it all back anyways. Like I barely took any damage from it, and so it's really good. So at this point I'm really strong. I'm probably sitting on a ton of gold, but I don't really need to back because I feel like I can still beat them in a 2 vs 2 easily. Especially with Elise getting those kills. Like she's so ahead right now. She's like able to do a ton of burst damage to Draven, and we should be able to win that fight. So like right here I back up a little bit because we don't have any wards and I need to be a little careful. Elise is I'm kind of waiting for my Elise to come down and help me. Plus there was no reason for me to be at the turret because the minion wave is going to push anyways back here to this mid section. So still, you're just making sure you're last hitting. Now you notice how passive they're playing, right? So now this is the point of the game, like where you need to take advantage of the lead you have. So if they're not going to fight us, then we need to just push their turret. We need to push their turret and like make them either save their turret or they're just going to lose their turret. You know, like make them fight us or they're going to lose their turret basically. So I'm just going to push the wave as hard as I can and then get as many auto attacks onto the tower as possible every single time I push. I still don't want to be sloppy and miss the S though. Like, you still want to make sure you're last hitting. You want to get them all because Draven is going to naturally lose some by it being at his tower. Oh, so like right there I missed that. I missed that too. Yeah, that was not good. That was me getting sloppy, which is what I said I didn't want to do. But still, we're able to push the tower here. We're pushing. You can see, like, I don't know if he misses any. Like, see, he's missing that one because he can't walk up, otherwise I'll condemn him. So he's still missing some too. Kha'Zix is down here. We don't see him though, but it's really no big deal because we're so far ahead right now. We honestly probably could 2 vs 3 them. But I'm still gonna keep pushing. Again, you don't want to lose the CS, so we're still doing the same thing. I want to poke them as much as I can. I try to condemn the Lulu into the tower, but that didn't work out. So you can see just how far we've gotten the turret down. Just right in their face. We're just going in. Elise is poking with her spiders. Very good. This is really good. We're just providing pressure on the map here. Because Kha'Zix had to come bottom to try to like help his team, even though like he didn't even come out because he didn't think he could win it. But since he was forced to come bottom, he wasn't able to help top, and our mid lane roamed top. So like little things like that make a huge difference in the game. Lulu is kind of low here. I'm able to land a condemn on him, and then a cocoon too, and we're able to get a ton of burst here. She ults and she has to run away. So I pop my ultimate and hopefully finish off this tower. Finish off the tower and I bork the Lulu so he doesn't, and he flashes away anyways. And now exhaust onto Draven and barrier, and we're able to finish this guy off, I think. Yep. I tumble, I still have my flash, I still have a lot of stuff. Now Lee Sin comes in, he lands his Q, kicks me, lands the Q again, and I flash over. Now he W's back over a ward, and he's trying to chase us down. Oh, unfortunately he lands a Q there, and so now it's like me or him gonna die, right? Me or Spider, and he made the right choice here. He should go for me. But I pretty much have no mana, I have no way to escape this, because I already used my flash. So I die anyways. But hopefully Elise doesn't die here. Nope. Cocoons, hopefully. I'm getting a little nervous here, can't remember what happens. Okay, so my team shows up. Alright, sweet. My team shows up, and this should be a free kill, probably. So the desperate Q, and down goes Frazier. Boom goes the dynamite. But, but right here, right? So, okay, so that's one thing I see a lot of people do mess up against Lee Sin, right? They'll land a Q, and then they'll flash. Like, I'll see him flash over the wall, and then he'll just finish up his Q. Like, when he Qs you, you have to wait until he jumps at you, and then like that's when you flash away. So right, he kicked me, he landed Q, he kicked me, and then he came in, and that's when I flashed over the wall. And even though I died anyways, I still like almost got away, you know, instead of both of us just dying here, or him queuing me flashing over, and then he just finishes the Q right there, I would have died. So back to what we're doing here with Vayne. This lane here. So like now that we've gotten the turret, this is like the next stage of the game, right? You're finishing your lane now. Now Draven's not going to want to stay in the lane, right? Because we would just kill him. We're 6-2 and 5. We're up like 30 something CS, and we're definitely like way ahead. So what we're gonna do is anytime the lane comes here, anytime his minions come to this area of the map of the lane, we're just gonna push it so that we can create pressure on this part of the map here, on their side of the map, and I'll just push the lane as much as possible. And then as soon as I push this part of the lane, I'm just instantly going to go help mid. I'm going to go do dragon. I'm going to go do something else on the map and force the Draven to waste his time going bottom. So here there was a skirmish in mid. I see Lee Sin going in that bush. He doesn't know I'm here. I try to go in and condemn him, and he actually ward jumps over. I didn't even get a condemn off. I probably should have gotten a condemn off. But we're just going to take this mid turret for free. And mid and bottom lane is still pushing right now from when I pushed it before. And so this is creating pressure on the bottom, right? So now they're probably pinging this there. Hey, dude, a huge chunk of minions are going there. So we're able to push on pretty hard on mid here. I see Kha'Zix going down, and I try to go help my team. But Kha'Zix is able to get a kill on our support, which is actually a shutdown, and then he jumps over the wall. So that was a good play by him. I'm still way ahead, though, right now. I'm 6-2-5. And at this point, I have a Zeal, I have a Cloak of Agility, so we're looking to build Phantom Dancer. So like my build order, I literally, no matter where I am in the game, if I'm way ahead, if I'm behind, the first 2 items I'll always build is Blade of the Rune King and Phantom Dancer. I always build that on Vayne because that's like your main core items that just scale you super hard into late game. Once you have those 2 items, you do massive amounts of damage, especially when I'm only not even 20 minutes in the game and I have those 2 items already. That's super far ahead. So then after that, your build can change up a little bit, right? Like I've done static Shiv after this, which is really good for like if you're staying in your lane a lot and you're still split pushing. It's really good for that. If you're team fighting a lot, like I'd say Infinity Edge is really good. A lot of people are saying like when you're behind on Vayne, you should build GA, right? I don't agree with that at all. So wait, here's Lee Sin. He tries to Q over. I try to condemn him into the wall. I get kicked far away, but with Barrier, Bork, and Tumbles, I'm able to kill him. Draven's trying to kill me over the wall, which is a mistake because all my team's there, and I'm able to lifesteal and kill him. I see Kha'Zix coming down. Now I see, with that ward, I see him going that way, so I'm not going to go back towards my turret. I'm going to run up here through their lane and lifesteal off the minions as much as I can while my team comes in and supports. And then I'm going to come in with a condemn, I think. Bam, a condemn to the face, and I KAS, kill secure. That's a kill secure, guys. Kill secure that with my condemn. The reason I'm not just going to regular auto attack him is because I'm not even going to risk dying, so if I condemn him, then no matter what, he's going to be thrown away, right, as soon as it hits him. So if I auto attack and somehow he randomly kills me, I'd be really sad. So I'm just going to condemn, KS that, but pretty good. The kill secure. So like I was saying with the GA thing, I only build GA on Vayne when I'm really, really, really far ahead. No, not even like when I'm really far ahead, but just when I'm a threat to the other team, right? If I'm behind in the game, I only build damage. If I'm behind on Vayne, or even, I only build damage. Because what's the point of having a GA on Vayne if you're even or you're behind? If you're not doing enough damage for, like, if you're just sitting there doing not enough damage with a GA, that's not really that impressive. If you're way ahead, GA is amazing. So like right here, I'm probably looking to go Infinity Edge just because I feel pretty safe. If I didn't feel safe, if they were like pretty fed on their team and the rest of my team wasn't doing that well, and I'm this fed, I might even rush a GA right here, just because I know I'm still doing a ton of damage. But I feel pretty confident if I had an IE right here, it would be pretty sick. Like I would be doing a lot of damage. But I was coming down here to push this lane, but I see Elise is pushing it. No big deal. No big deal at all. So support's getting pretty big. This guy, this Elise guy. Yeah, he's a lot of items. He's going like a little AP build, which is really good for us. Because then late game he'll be useful. So I get a BF sword. Yep, I'm looking to go IE at this point. And now, so like I was saying, anytime the lane comes here, I push it, right? Like Elise just pushed it. Like that's very important because now Draven is forced to stay. Like see how he's just stuck here? Like he can't really do much. Because if he goes mid right now where I'm headed, then he's just gonna miss all that CS at his turret. So he has to farm here, and he can't go past here, right? If he comes down here and farms these minions, then if I'm down there, he's definitely dead. Like that's too far overextended. So like see that? See how he run away? He had to run away there because he's not 100% sure that I'm not around here, you know? Because if he farms this in this part of the lane, there's a very good chance he dies. And see how he had to run away because now he knows I was going bottom. What? So I go bottom. I try to use condemn there to get the last hit because my auto attack wasn't up. So it's like little tricks like that you learn on Vayne that are pretty important. As you can see there, I tumbled into the wall to get an instant auto attack. Again. And this time I'm pushing the lane up a little bit harder because I see Jarvan there, and I see a lot of people are mid lane or around there. A few of them are missing, but I know we can push this tower, especially with Jarvan here. And Draven is all alone because Lulu's at mid now, so we're like, okay, now we can dive this. But then I see Kha'Zix coming in from the back, and so I need to be careful. Kha'Zix uses his ult, and I know he's going to jump on Jarvan, right? So I instantly condemn him into the wall. And with Silver Bolts and Tumble, I'm able to do a lot of damage. It's still just me and Jarvan, and we're getting pressured by 3 people. But that's okay, because Elise now is pushing top. And so like I just want to keep forcing this. I want to force a fight here, because I'm pretty sure... So I tried to dodge it. I tumbled right into it, but I'm able to flash in on top of Draven, and with Barrier... and we're able to take him down. I bork onto Lee, tumble again and kill him. Nasus teleports in from behind. I see Lulu's really low, so I kill him. A nice stun by Veigar, and I follow up through on Nasus. And I'm able to pick up the quadra kill there. That was basically an unofficial penta because I killed... Who did I kill? Oh, I killed Ka. Okay, I killed Kha'Zix first, right? Because we condemned him into the wall over here. But that's like... This is why I love Vayne, right? She's snowbally, but she's... Even if you don't snowball, she's really good late game. But this game, I just snowball super hard because I had a really good laning phase. So now, hopefully, I have enough money for Infinity Edge. Because that's what I'm looking to build. If you look at the farm right now, I have 170 farm. And Draven only has 131. So not only do I scale better than this Draven, I'm just so far ahead right now. I have the most CS in the game. And like 3 times as many kills as anyone else right now. So we are definitely farmed. I have an IE already. So I have an IE, a Bork, a Phantom Dancer, and completed boots at 25 minutes in the game. That is like that is really good. But does that mean that we start throwing? No, that does not mean that we start throwing. We still farm. So like walk by race, like go farm race. If you're not farming on an AD carry, you're not doing it right. You farm whatever you can, right? So if you walk by golems, you farm golems. If you walk by wolves, you farm wolves. If you walk by your team's blue buff, then you kill the small minions if you don't want the blue buff. Okay, maybe you don't do that, but you could do that if you wanted to. So here, my team's taking blue buff. I'm looking to force a team fight at mid, because we're just so far ahead right now. I'm so far ahead that I can just kill pretty much anyone on their team. So I'm just totally pressuring this mid turret. And Draven is kind of alone here, but their team is like starting to come by now. Like we're not letting them farm. We're not letting them catch up back in the game. We're just forcing fights right now. I see Nasus over there. Jarvan jumps in and ults Draven. Draven, I want to go in on Draven, but I can't. So I condemn the Nasus into the wall, and I just turn on Nasus and go on him. That's what I was saying with AD carry. Like target selection is a huge part of AD carry, and you just want to hit whatever you can. Honestly, like whatever's close to you, even though it's not going to die as fast. That's okay. You just need to put pressure on whoever's putting pressure on you, or who's ever on the back line. You just, like our back line, but their front line. Like you want to kill their tanks. That's no big deal. So there, I'm just pulling the minions closer to me on each side so that it creates pressure on bottom, and we're just gonna push in on this turret because we are so strong right now. Kha'Zix jumps in like a hero and gets a kill, but we're able to pick that kill up, and we're just keep pressuring. We keep pressuring. We're getting kills here, and we're looking to end the game here. So you don't want to let the other team back in the game. That's like a mistake a lot of lower elo teams make. They don't know how to push a lead, and this is how you push a lead. You push it through every aspect of the game, through laning phase, through mid game, and to late game. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it.